This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the scoop they digging. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the scoop they digging. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. Lady Roscoe on point. She gon' tell you the drill. You got Yoko Camille. All work, no play. She gon' give you the spiel. Let's talk about it. What's the truth? They just keeping it real. Square business, that's the deal. They gon' speak on something, just pick a topic, get it poppin'. Not your average type of show, they keep it rockin', ain't no stopping. Controversial, who cares? We taking over, keep on watching. Motion steady on go, anticipation got 'em flocking. Ain't nothing average about it, just keep glad that you found it. Tell a friend about it, know we all about it, so we gon' speak about it. Yoko, Camille, and Lady Roscoe, leave no doubt about it. Scream it out from the mouth, this not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, they talking about something.
Welcome to Not Your Average Podcast. I'm Yoko Camille.
And I am Lady Roscoe.
How has your week been?
It's been okay. What about your week?
My week it's been all right. My friend, she had a birthday party Friday, so went out to Pflugerville and celebrated with her at Tater Q. And then we went to Midtown. It wasn't many people there. It was us. That was it. But I mean, we still had a good time. Yeah.
Does that Midtown have an age restriction?
What do you mean?
So there's a Midtown down here, but you have to be 35 and up to go inside.
Oh no, I think you can be 20 something, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I was just wondering because the Midtown here is literally like one of those older folk spots.
Yeah, we used to go there all the time, the one here, but that's also the girl that our script is about.
Oh, the girl you went out with?
Yeah. So it was her birthday party. So
and then you guys went to Midtown.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Austin.
Yeah.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah. I was talking to her about it and she was like, we should bring our script to her. Because like she's a director and stuff like that too.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She's
dope.
worked with Tyler Perry. She does websites. Yep. He was her mentor.
Yeah, but Tyler Perry is he they did an interview with him when it came to having other people write scripts, and right now he's just not ready to let other people write scripts.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was like her mentor or something. So yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, she's a singer, comedian. Yeah, she's been doing her thing.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. That is what's up. I like that. Yeah, we definitely need to communicate and cha with her.
Right. So yeah, she that was really my weekend, and yesterday I was really recovering. I was feeling all the alcohol because I hadn't been drinking much since I'm, trying to lose weight and, get in shape and everything. So I hadn't been drinking as much as I used to. So when I get like a few drinks, like I'm already feeling it. So yeah, it was.
I can understand.
And then we had the little drinks at, like I said, at Tater Q. And when I tell you those drinks were strong, they were strong. Because they're based off of like the schools here. There's Raiderade, which is Reagan High School in Austin. Then there was Jam Punch, which is LBJ in Austin. And then it was Wham Punch. And I forgot what school that was. But at first I got the Raiderade.
So wait, these are high schools?
But the drinks are based off
drinks based on high school
because they have a rivalry.
Oh, that is hilarious. We're getting older and still just doing the BS.
Yeah, but the watermelon was really good. The Raiderade was strong, but the watermelon one, it would have you forgetting that you're drinking alcohol, and if you drink too many of them,
was it sweet drink?
Yes, it was really good.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, I've been trying to lose weight too. Girl, I'm devastated.
Why?
Because I have a job, I have a regular 9 to 5 job. You know, I wish that our podcast and everything was our like main job, but it's not yet. And at
Right.
my company, they had a function where like we were meeting up with other people in our department, and my coworker took a very unflattering picture
Oh
of myself.
no.
I'm going to share it with you right
Oh
now.
no. Okay.
Okay. Can you see the photo at hand?
That
Can
is
you?
not
Oh,
you.
that I was like, oh my god, that
Yeah.
what? So I was like, hold on, wait, and I was just like, God,
Like you
please,
have like 30 more pounds in that picture or something.
yes, in this
Yeah,
picture
that's like an extra
alone,
30 pounds. That's not
yes.
how you look.
Oh my god, I was so
I have a picture of you.
devastated. Like I was like, okay, I know posture is important.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I need to sit up better. I need to, I don't know, like, I just had a baby a few months back. Like, I showed it to my mom. I texted it to her and she didn't respond. So I called
Uh-huh.
her and she was laughing. And she was like, it doesn't even, like, don't even worry because it doesn't even look like you. Like, you couldn't even recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you're doing better because, you know, you've been working out and you just had the baby and all this other stuff. And then my other friend was like, I didn't even like, you sent me the photo. And I was like, I was like, who's that? Like, it didn't even look like you. So luckily, if it uploads to the website, people are going to be like, who's that? And did you lose like 100 pounds since this photo was taken? No, it was taken a week and a half ago.
Right.
Devastated. I can't even explain it. My
Oh,
heart was.
trust me, I understand. From when I first moved here and, losing a little weight
Mhm.
involuntarily, and then getting to a size where, I started modeling and I like the size. I just want, gain a little bit more weight to be toned. I never did the toning part. I just gained the weight. So from that one, it's like this one specific picture. Let me find it that I just love. And it's just, my stomach was perfect. My hair, like everything to me was perfect in that picture.
Yeah.
And I got to also reprogram my brain to not think that I have to be a certain size to be perfect. But yeah, where is that picture? It should be.
It's just like you have an idea on like how you want to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want and you want to project it. And like I am a person who's very accepting of all body types and everybody, you know, but I realize that not all body types look good on me.
Yeah.
So there are some people who like are big girls and they look freaking beautiful. You're
This,
beautiful.
like that picture right there.
That was a
Wait,
beautiful photo.
I'm like, yeah, I need to get back to like
Do
that,
some
right?
push-ups or some stuff. And my friend was
Well,
telling me about
I can't
holy
do too.
abs.
I can't do too many exercises that put strain on my back. So that's the issue. And then I also have to go back to the doctor so that I can start exercising and toning up because life been lifing. And so I haven't been able, to go to the doctor or whatever. So it's just
I understand.
when things get better, then hey, I'll be able to get back to where I want to be.
Shit, to me, you look good. You're still
Thank
smaller than me.
you.
So,
What?
girl,
That's because I'm taller than you.
first off, we must be looking, hold on. We must be living in a parallel universe because if they're taking pictures and this is what the fuck I look like, I'm like, then we both must be some blind people. Like, what's that movie called? Shallow Hal? Shallow Hal? I think
Yeah.
I am the bitch from Shallow Hal. That's what I feel like right now. I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
had a
but
small
girl,
anxiety
like I
attack
said,
come on me.
look, I was with you. It may have been like a month ago.
Yeah.
And where is it? Is
And
this it?
and since then I've lost a total of 10 pounds. Not since the
Right.
photo. Not since the photo. The photo was like 5 pounds. But since last time we've been around each other, I've made sure, like, oh, I need to lose weight. Plus, I need to lose weight more because I'm trying to do these events. And there's a photo shoot that Lim's trying to do.
Yeah. We're also going to be busy, in 2 weeks? And I'm excited for us to write more scripts and, do more shooting and growing.
Yes.
Growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that as well. I'm ready to expand, do more, because I'm already thinking on the part of, I was like, girl, we need to submit to film festivals. I was over here Googling like qualifications for short films, if our films are too short. Basically anything, it says anything up to 30 minutes. I was like, oh, so it's not really a minimum, but so maybe 5, but we're going to have stuff longer than 5 minutes. But like they were saying, at least a short film can also be considered as long as 60 minutes. But I was like, I don't know if we'll have anything that long, but maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But I was like, we can submit all different type of projects. Yeah, I was like, because that requires longer filming time, longer hours. So the short films that we're doing, bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Around the World and Back, the segment of our podcast where we talk about the latest current events happening around the world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn something new.
Girl, did you hear about the lady that blacked out from drinking like 6 beers, decided that she wanted to go on a little field trip, I guess you want to call it. And she just walking down Las Vegas streets, rolls into a funeral home and steals a casket.
How do you know how heavy a casket is? Did she roll out with it? She must have rolled with it.
She was a body inside? Yes, it was like a whole body, and she emptied the remains on the lawn outside and took off with the casket. Now she was like, she doesn't remember it at all because she was blacked out on 6 beers.
First off, wait. Okay, wait. Okay. You know how like you have those thoughts in your head that you're like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to rob a bank. You know what I mean? Or, oh, I wonder what it would be like if I could just walk up to somebody and punch them in the face. Like, those are those thoughts you keep inside. Yeah. So I feel like what she did, she thought to herself, like, I wonder what it'd be like to steal a casket. And then like her subconscious came out when she was drunk. And then she actually did it.
And then like the dead person had arrived, they just had their viewing.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
That's why that's why they was out there. And yeah, it was.
Wait, horrible. No. You need to bury me. Like, don't leave me to be at this home to sit till tomorrow to put me in the ground.
Somebody like at 3 a.m. seeing that it was like a dead body laying face down in front of, the funeral home, and called the police. And then they found like the casket was abandoned nearby later down on the sidewalk.
Did she sleep in it? Is she
It's not funny, but I mean, can you imagine being like the police officer walking up? Can you imagine being a police officer walking up, finding the body, the feet covered in a plastic bag, and they laying face down in some rocks on the sidewalk?
First off, okay, the person did this in the wrong month. We have like 30 days, and then October is next month. That would have been the perfect theme to like, okay, I'm not making fun of nothing. Okay, the person's already passed.
No,
sorry, passed, but this is a situation where it's like, nigga, you're not gonna have me laid out on the floor, on the ground. This is why people get cremated, because the bullshit like this. Like,
if my face wasn't damaged before,
oh, you got me on rocks.
What about now? And then if it was a Caucasian person, they bruise easy. So then you just messed up their face.
Yep, because they don't have the cells that are alive to rejuvenate. So you're gonna be dead, looking like you're gonna die. I mean, you're already dead, but you're
Yeah,
gonna
and
look
then
like,
yeah, it's crazy.
oh, forgive me.
Could you imagine like that's your family member? Huh?
Which one? The one on the ground or the one running
Yeah.
around the casket? I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Davis is back at it again. She done got drunk. Done
She
took
on
the
them
body
drugs.
and rolled it on the floor and took the damn casket. She done took the casket. You know what it was? She was watching that movie. What's that movie called? That new one with Megan Good in it. Meet the Blacks.
I have which Meet the Blacks?
Is it Meet the Blacks or
That's an old one.
Divorcing the Black?
I don't know.
There's a Tyler Perry movie, and I
divorce. I know what you're talking about.
and
Dang,
there's
I
the
can't think of the
scene
name.
where the woman's like, "Take his body out the casket.
Yeah.
We don't need this casket." Like, what the fuck? Do not, don't do no
Oh
ghetto.
my God! Yes, we watched that movie.
Woo! So it's like, what are we on?
That
She
movie name?
How you gonna steal somebody's cat? You know,
So
caskets start around like
she
$4,000.
was mad because
She
what
was mad.
is it? The mama was mad because divorcing the black.
Oh,
Divorcing the black. So that was her son, and her other son was married to the Megan Good, and her daddy and mama was the preacher and the first lady of the church. Okay. And so when he got up there saying his speech, his eulogy and everything, he started talking about how her son died because he tried to rob one of the members of the church. And so the mama got mad because, of course, you sitting up talking about me and my kids and how bad we are, whatever. And she was like, I don't need this. Get his body. I don't need, nothing from nobody or whatever. So she took his body, and then she was like, you know what, you Hasidini heifer. She ain't say them words, but then she took off the hat and the clothes because she was like, she don't need, because Megan Good's mama gave her the clothes. She was like, I don't need anything from you. You ain't better than me and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's what that was about.
That's not the proper time to bring it up at a funeral. Like, if you want to say some shit like that, wait until the damn body is in the ground, and then y'all can just have some words about it. Like, we're in a time and age where everybody is sensitive. Everybody's sensitive, and they gonna act upon how they act upon. Like,
right. And I'm not carrying no stiff, cold, dead body.
That's scary. Stuff might be still leaking too.
Like, I'm not doing all that.
Like, they might have some.
You are traumatizing everyone there.
I'm traumatized.
Everybody there, especially like if you have kids, they're seeing you throw this dead body around, they love one or whatever. It's yeah.
Give me my baby back. Like, your baby gone, lady. Your baby is gone.
Speaking of babies, this 6-year-old little boy, his name was Chance. Chance Crawford. So his mom, I guess she was working or doing something, and his barber who was babysitting him, his name is Ernest Lamar Love. He was 41. He brutally murdered this little boy. He tortured him, and he was making him like, so they were at the park. He took the little boy to the park or something, and he ended up using the bathroom or something on himself. So, and for punishing him, he made him start doing jumping jacks and different things like that. And so then all of a sudden, I guess the jumping jacks and stuff wasn't enough. He got a piece of lumber and hit the boy with a piece of lumber all over his body. And so after he did that, he poured hydrogen peroxide on the open wounds. Then he forced the little boy to do more jumping jacks and stuff until he collapsed. When he took him to the hospital saying that he failed or he did something, there was flesh missing from his butt. His brain had swelling, and there was just a whole lot of other injuries that was consistent of being shaken. And he had sent a video to his mama talking about, he doing exercises and he doing good and he doing that. And the whole time he's over there abusing him all because he used the bathroom on himself.
That is so sad. Like, that is devastating. Like, I get so emotional over shit like that because, I have 2 children and one's a preteen and the other one's an infant. But it's like, I can't even, like, I beat my son's butt one day. Like, he got in trouble and I remember I spanked his little booty. But me spanking his butt, like, I spanked his butt, just his butt. But like, it still was just like, it's still a lot and it still can be traumatizing, even just spanking their butt. You know what I mean? Like, now all I have to say is, do you want to spank it? No.
Right.
Like, that shit alone is traumatizing. But now you're beating this child with planks. You're pouring hydrogen peroxide on his wounds. First off, when you said it was his 41-year-old barber, the shit was weird in the first place. Like, the shit didn't even seem right. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was like if they end up becoming friends, if like they were dating. I don't know what made the mom comfortable enough to, leave him there for that long of amount of period where, he's watching him, and then because he wet himself, you beat him, you torture him, you make him do all these military exercises and stuff like it. It's just wrong. It's wrong on so many different levels, and I don't know if he would see trial.
Why?
Because I would take him out.
Oh, I was what? Is there a loophole? Like, this nigga need to go to jail.
I don't know if he would make it. I don't know. I mean, you didn't kill my child. I mean, because like, I don't want to cry. I've had my son be shot. So, and I know how scary it is thinking you lost your son and just all the emotions that you go through. And so I can't imagine, how she feels, because that's one of the reasons, like, if you ever see me just sitting shaking my leg, that's the whole reason why I shake my leg, is because of that
experience.
And that was so traumatizing. So
look, I thought I lost my son because he didn't come off the bus one day. I almost had an anxiety attack over there. I'm over here running down the street looking for the bus was late that day.
Yeah,
but I was scared. I was like, it's been 45 minutes. Where the hell is my son? Where is my? And then you start getting anxiety attack. And then I have a baby with me, so I'm like, where do I go? What do I do?
right.
Like, I was about to call my ex. Don't like talking to that guy. I was about to call him and be like, look, we need to look for my kid. I'm over here just like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Like, that is so devastating. Like, you know what though? People who go to jail for like abusing children, a lot of times they don't live long in prison anyways. They find out what you did. They will they get you in there, and it's like he'll get his one day.
Yeah, pedophiles and anybody that have abused children, whether it's essay or whatever,
they don't like that shit over there.
Nope.
They will fuck you up and show you what's the up and up. Like, it don't matter. Like, I did know a guy who he did spank when kids peed in the bed, but I felt like it was a little too much, like the way that he would do it. And I had a conversation one day. I was like, bro, what's up with the deal? Like, why you act like this type shit? Like, these are kids. Like, it's a 4-year-old, it's a 5-year-old. Like, why? No, because when I was little, I used to have to share a bunk bed with my brother, and he used to pee in the bed all the time. Okay, grow up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to scrub some words, but
yeah, right.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Around the World and Back, the segment of our podcast where we talk about the latest current events happening around the world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn something new.
So, excuse me. When you are married or in a relationship, well, married, you're supposed to feel like your husband is there to protect you, right?
Yes, protector, my guider, my supporter, somebody who encourages me, lifts me up. I lift them up. We are partners.
Well, could you imagine finding out that you are a victim of a crime committed by your own husband? Could you imagine that you being a 71 or 70-year-old person and your husband of 50 years had men rape you while you're unconscious?
Was this all at one time, or is this like different occasions?
This is different occasions. So this man would routinely drug his wife and invite strangers in to join him in assaulting her, often filming the encounters. Now, she had no memories of the attacks, but still would see many of them played would see them played out in court as dozens of the defendants will go to trial. Now, this happened over there in France.
How did she find out?
So I think she was like cleaning her bedroom and it was like some stuff found. They have evidence that, aggravated RAP, drugging.
How do you
not only was it her,
Yeah.
but it was his daughter and his daughter-in-law.
Oh, the daughter-in-law too? How do you do that?
Yes.
How do you drug the daughter-in-law? How do you
I guess he would give them something. And
first off, where's the husband like of the daughter-in-law? Wouldn't I wonder where my wife was?
Man, this story is crazy. I'm just gonna read a little bit of this article right here.
Real quick, wouldn't you feel your vagina or your butthole feel some type of way? I don't know. Sometimes when
it all depends on what all they were doing, the size of the person. I don't know. So it was. This is crazy.
It sounds crazy. This shit is crazy. What are you talking about? I'm 71 years old.
They persuaded her that she had the beginnings of Alzheimer's or a brain tumor.
Who's they? The husband?
He would take her to see various doctors, talking about, total blackouts and having lapses in her memory, weight loss, and her hair was falling out.
Should they do like drug tests? I mean, how long does certain drugs stay in your system? I don't know.
So he was crushing sleeping pills and putting them in her food and in her drinks.
Huh.
Yeah. This is over 90 men, and this has been going on since around 2011, and he has believed to have orchestrated over more than 200 rapes this way, enlisting over 90 men.
He did this before he got with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
People don't just do stuff, out of nowhere. And he might have been doing this to other females prior to his wife. And this is the sad part of when you don't know anyone 100%. You don't know anybody 100%. And you always hope that your friends and your family and anybody or your significant others are just doing good, because honestly, you don't know me 100%. I don't know you 100%. There's shit that we would be like, oh my fucking gosh. I never, the BTK killer. or whatever, or the
Right.
person he lived in a regular neighborhood, had wife, had family, like over here strangling people, killing people. It's like that other guy. Who is it? He was in Germany, I think, or Norway. I don't know. The man who convinced his oldest daughter to go to a man-made basement, lock her in there, made her have 5 kids in the basement, or 5 or 6 kids, took half of the kids, one of them died, but took half of the kids back upstairs, told his wife that his daughter would leave the children for them to take care of. First off, as your wife, I'm checking every ounce of the house. He had her trapped in that area, I think, for like decades, like double-digit years, 10 or 11 years, 20 years. I couldn't remember. When she finally came out one day, and then he got charged for the crime that and nobody knew where she was. She was living in a basement the whole time.
So you asked, how did they find out, right?
Yeah.
So in 2020, a security guard at a grocery store caught him attempting to upskirt several women. Allegations did lead to his arrest, which the case then snowballed from there. Investigators confiscated his phone, and they found 300 photographs and videos footage of men sexually assaulting an incapacitated woman, and that was end up being his wife. So he would send out like different messages, and the message that he had sent to his recruits was about him boasting of drugging his wife. He had folders on his computer labeled abuse. A folder labeled abuse.
You know what? Let me say this, and just real quick. Criminals are called criminals because they get caught. And sometimes I feel like criminals want to get caught. Like sometimes the way that people get caught, sometimes it's like, are you serious? I would never label a folder called abuse.
Oh no, listen to this one. So there were other women featured in his account, right? So there was another folder, and it was entitled "Around My Daughter Naked." And it contained collages of her similarly in her same body in the exact same way as her mother. And it was just creepy. It's creepy. And there was also some pictures of his daughter-in-law naked without her knowledge or consent.
Is everybody living in the same house?
I guess. Or whenever she'd come over.
Yeah. But wouldn't her husband be with her? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't go real deep into the story, but
you said 2000 what? What year did he start doing
this? This was he was called in 2020.
He out here with the Bill Cosbys of the world.
Yep. And then like the ages of the men were from 26 to 74. And they worked 74. They worked as journalists, plumbers, nurses, IT consultants, truck drivers, and more. It's like
these people be the ones. There was a thing I watched. What was it? It was.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I used to watch How to Catch a Predator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was them or there was another guy who used to do like, what would you do? One of those guys.
Yeah, I love him.
One of them, I can't remember which one, went overseas to like Thailand or don't get me wrong, but it's one of those Asian countries, and they were following rich white men, and those rich white men were going over to those countries because prostitution is legal for underage girls. So they were getting girls as young as 8 years old, and these girls are comfortable, very comfortable. They come up to your car and they say, do you want this? Do you want that? And they go over there for that shit. And it's like they're doctors, they're lawyers. So when they come back to the States, because they can't do anything to them over there, they film like, when they come back to the States, hey, we see, is this you on camera? Oh, I can't talk to you. I can't, I'm sorry, But it's like, These are
Yeah.
the big people. These are the big people, you know? So
Oh,
don't be surprised.
oh, I'm not, because okay, I'm gonna leave the French people alone.
Okay, okay.
It's like I know that it can be big people because there's this Ohio divorce attorney
Mm.
who decided that it would be perfectly fine to hypnotize his patients and take advantage of them.
You gotta be really good. Like, I want to be hypnotized to be like super confident where I can like, like hypnotize me to become a billionaire, you know?
But see, the thing is, they didn't know that they were being put under hypnosis.
And I'll be like, those people are just like, how I want to study to like, you know what I mean? I want to like, that's terrible. I'm sorry. I know I went off a tangent.
No, so like he would make them do these like breathing exercises.
Right.
Like,
Make it calm.
let's take a deep breath or whatever. And like once they're under hypnosis, he would make the women walk over to the couch where he would initiate the sexual encounter. He would tell them your entire body is a vessel of pleasure. He said he would say that before he would
Have them
awaken
undress.
them and act like nothing ever happened.
I bet.
Then, right, and he
Did he
was
tell
like,
me
okay,
things?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was like, okay, so we have some papers to go over. And then that's like when the police bust in and nab him, because like I don't think he was filming it, but I think that they were doing like this undercover sting operation, and one of the people that they had in there had like the camcorder in their purse or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And he definitely ruined a lot of people's lives, and like he would be doing this to like a lot of women, but they didn't say exactly how many women he did it to, but they know that she was not the only one. And he only got 12 years in prison for this. Well, it says he got 12 years in prison for hypnotizing 6 women after pleading guilty, but I'm sure he did it to more than just 6 women.
How do you know he's not gonna go to jail and try to hypnotize people in there? Like, you know what I mean? He gonna be like, "Give me an extra sandwich." Like, I know this is serious. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with people.
I get irritated too because, okay, as a young person growing up, I
Yeah.
always just felt like I was very naive to a lot of stuff. As to a lot of young people, I knew bad things happen, and I've experienced death early, especially with younger people under the age of like 20. I've experienced a lot of death, and so I knew that life ended and it wasn't fair. But I also knew that there are people out there who are kind of bad, but usually my version of bad is like, oh, they're rude, or they're not going to be nice to you, or they're going to
Right.
take something from you. I don't think as far as I'm going to manipulate you so I can get you naked,
Yeah.
or I'm going to beat you senseless because of this. Like, that wasn't where my mind would go. And so when I hear these stories, it just makes it devastating to know that I live in a world to coexist with this. And we're supposed to say this is how life balances out with good and evil. Like, I don't know. Shit's weird.
It is. It's a lot of evil people, and it like this. Okay,
Look, we're getting all flustered and shit.
okay. It's this cop in Ohio who thought that it was a good idea to do a running kick to a man's chest.
Damn.
So this gentleman, this young black man named Jameer Elroy, he was kneeling with his hands in the air. And it was another police officer who actually had, I think, his right hand. And so the officer came up, and then all of a sudden he just ran and kicked the guy in his chest. And his attorney said that, he had bruising all on the side of his face, his neck, and everything. And that he's traumatized from it, which I would be too. Like, he had a concussion. and he was charged with obstructing official business and resisting arrest. But you can see in the video that he clearly was not
resisting
resisting
arrest
or obstructing, because he was putting his hands was up and he wasn't doing anything. And then the police chief, of course, said that the officer encountered stressful situations, blah blah blah, and they're trying to reduce violence in the community, blah blah blah. And he dismissed the defense as laughable, citing multiple cases of police abuse in Scranton. Like, come on, like, y'all have to be better at taking accountability, reading the room, and doing what your job is, not going above and beyond. Like, it's too many cops killing Black men for no reason. It's too many abusing us for no reason, and then they're not getting any repercussions. Just like the Breonna Taylor case, they shot her, and then they got off talking about it's because her boyfriend shot. If he hadn't shot,
and they broke into them houses.
they broke in.
This is why we put double locks. This is why we need to put alarms. Like, I have my own alarm system in my house. You open the door, like, everybody, there's a camera. I literally have cameras everywhere. This is just because I've been in bad relationships. But even if y'all want to come in my home and mess with me, evidence is in my cloud. You cannot tamper with my stuff. Please, you can subpoena the records from the company, get the iCloud information. Your ass is busted. I'm so tired of these people. Like, I'm tired of looking at Black people getting shot in their homes. Like, you're not supposed to get shot in your own home.
In your own home. Like, especially when you call for assistance.
Yeah, like that's just ludicrous. Like, I'm so sick of. And then when you tell me this man did a running jump, first off, to do impulsive stuff like that means your brain is not developed fully, because like that's stuff that you did. You know, when you did stuff in elementary school, and then other kids would be like, "Why did you do that for? You're gonna get in trouble." Like, right. That is the stuff that you do in your kids because you're not thinking clearly. Your brain is not fully developed. You know, even in men's brains don't fully develop until they're 24. You know what I mean? And even then, I'm like, where is your sense of where are you? Where are we as a society? Where are we as a people, as a human race? It's just becoming a ridiculous.
I'm gonna share the video off of the news site. So just one moment.
Okay. Like, it just doesn't make any sense
at all. Okay. Full screen isn't available.
Canton police have released body camera video showing the moment one of their officers kicked a man who was kneeling during an arrest. We want to warn you, some of the video may be hard to watch. Canton police say the call came in around 8:30 Saturday night. 10 to 15 people arguing, and the department says they had intelligence related to gun violence at the Mahoning Manor complex.
239. I got 5 at gunpoint in this parking lot, not really complying. I could use more units.
And it's that request that prompts another officer, Brandon Momaroff, to start running.
Get on the ground right now! Comply! Right now! Get on the ground! I'm not playing!
Other officers arrive. Most of the group drops to the ground, and Jamil McElroy is on his knees with his hands up when Officer Momaroff comes in out of nowhere.
You see?
That's why I gotta comply. I didn't know my brother like that, bro.
He's not complying.
Yes, he was.
Damn, bro. That's how y'all. We didn't do nothing. We live out here, bro.
Officers handcuff all.
Yeah.
That's so messed up. Like, your brain must not be developed if you're doing stuff like that. Like,
yeah, that it makes me want to tear up just seeing it from his perspective too. Like, you ran up there and you
comply. You know
like, how was they not complying?
He's a fucking robot that malfunctioned. That's what the heck had just happened. He's a robot. Like, I don't believe these people are real anymore.
They just want to abuse us and feel like it's okay.
I see. Apparently
Like they don't care about repercussions. They don't care. Long as they get to do what they feel is right in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not right. That's not right.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's crazy.
And this is Music with Lady Roscoe, where we talk about current, past, and present music, entertainment, just for the fascinators. I did want to bring up a little bit of something. Did you watch the VMAs?
I did not.
Okay. I didn't either, but I kind of watched a little bit of the drama. Did you hear about what's that girl's name? Talia? Tyla? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about
No. I'm laughing because I already know what you're going to talk about. I've seen that clip.
Okay. Yes. So the clip where she's like, oh, I think my award, but it's so heavy. And she hands it off.
Can you hold this?
Can you? No, you can't. Oh, but did you already see how she like also shooed Halle Bailey away when she tried to give her like, I guess the envelope. I don't understand the envelope concept. I didn't know that we handed envelopes to people, but like, how do you feel? What do you feel about that?
Okay, so her asking for them to hold it. What's wrong with your arms? Halle is a girl like you. Lil Nas X, I guess he held it. But what makes you so entitled for someone else to, hold it for you? If it was heavy, you better start doing them arm workouts. If you won the awards, you hold your award. Then like I heard off, Joe Budden, their podcast, they were actually discussing this too. And he said that he saw in another instance where whoever was walking her out, how she sort of dismissed them when they were, I guess, walking her out. Like he was like, they all do the same for everybody. And, you're no different, there are ways to do things. And he was like, he just didn't like how, she did that. And it's not too often, you agree with Joe Budden. But
yeah,
I agree on that aspect. I didn't watch it completely live, but
yeah, that was. I kind of got the same take. Like, there was another video of her and at some other award show, and she did the same thing, and it was like a white lady who took the award from her. So it's like she's already like, okay, well, if I say hold my award, the person who's there is just going to hold it. So I think that she has that in her mental, like, okay, I'm going to hand it off because I need my hands free. Okay. And the difference between that award show and the VMAs is that particular award show, it actually had a podium. So she could have put her award on the podium, but instead she chose to turn around and hand it to the woman behind her too. And some people are like, okay, well, if Halle's not upset about it, you don't be upset about it. And all this other stuff, because like, the post, Armand Wiggins made a post calling her
entitled
uppity African. And there's a girl I watch on YouTube. Her name is I Am Iloho. I believe she's Nigerian, dark-skinned girl. And she really didn't take offense to it, but she did point out some points that I agreed with. And like other people have said it too. Like this is what I gather. This is what I gather. She's from a country where her skin tone is better than a darker skin tone. So she may have been treated a better way than certain Black people. So it's kind of like in America when like, and this is just what I've observed in the past. In America, sometimes when you're lighter skinned female, like super light, even, you get told certain things, even if you're not cute. She's cute, but even if you're not cute, you get told, oh, you the top this, that. So then it kind of embeds in your head. So as you get older, you start acting a certain way and realize that the whole world doesn't respond like that, and you're confused. You know what I mean? And I think she's getting confused because in America, that's not how we see things. In America, we see it a little bit differently. A lot of things are more in your face. Other countries, they are racist, but they're kind of silent on their racism, or they're kind of subtle. Here, it was just really in your face. So where Black people are taking offense because it's like, you're looking at us like, oh, it's whatever. or it's in your it's unfortunately it's just something she grew up with, so it's not something she can get over in overnight. Like it's just who she is. It's a part of who she is. And I'm not saying I agree with it, but I think it's one of those things where she's not going to see where she is wrong. Number one, a lot of young people don't see where they're at, where they're wrong, or maybe she just needs to learn how to tame it back a little bit. You know, like I don't know how to explain it.
I understand, but it's also like someone else said. She also needs to, like, if you're going to be a part of American culture and everything, you need to participate in stuff like that. Dang, I can't add it. But yeah, like you can, if you want us to respect your culture, your ways, you have to also respect us. We're not those same people from the 30s and 40s, and we not those. You know, we a different breed. You have to respect us and our culture and how we do. You wouldn't want us to come walk up to you and be like, here, hold my trophy. You wouldn't do it. I mean, you just have to
know
respect
exactly
people.
how she gonna look. She gonna be like,
yeah, you definitely have to respect people. And oh no,
you're not your dope. Like,
she probably did that.
She'll learn.
I just got like one other topic that
Okay.
Right. I got like this one other topic that I want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't rain. So did you watch the presidential election?
The debate? The one last week?
Oh yeah, the debate.
A little bit. I caught a little bit of it. Some of it was a little dry for me. I thought it was interesting that it was very intimate, the two moderators when there usually is one. And then of course the two candidates, and then like just them in the room, like, no energy of extra people, no booings. But honestly, that booing and hissing and all that stuff, that's new. They didn't used to do that in presidential debates. They didn't used to be like, like that. You used to be silent. You used to shut up and you listen or you clap. There might be a little bit of humming, like, but there wasn't the way. Maybe that's why they did it privately, because people are just getting out of hand lately.
So I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched a little bit of it. And there's only a few points that I want to talk about because I don't really like talking about political things. So I only want to, hit a few points.
At least publicly. I'll talk about stuff with people I'm comfortable with, but like publicly, it gets a little, especially at work. I don't say nothing at work.
Yeah. And, we already, made a little agreement about not having stuff like that on here. So, right. So first, when they walked out, they were supposed to meet in the middle, shake hands.
Yes.
He decided he didn't want to do that. He stopped at his podium. She walked all the way over there to him, shook hands, said her name so that he could not mess it up. Kamala Harris, whatever.
Not Kamila.
Walked away. He did not look at her, and he did not say her name the whole debate. So I felt like those were impactful situations because, you didn't even feel like you were good enough or she was good enough for you to meet in the middle. Yeah. So that already lets people know, how you feel about her, even though we already know how you feel about her, whatever. I hate the fact that he said that people are getting abortions at 7 and 9 months. They fact checked him, of course, told him that that's nowhere in no state can that happen. I hate the fact that he feels like they have the right to tell us what we can do with our body. Being as I've had 2 abortions, it was either me or the baby. I already had 1 child. So what good would it be if for me to have a baby and the baby is not to have a mom? So I had to do what I had to do because my life was important also. And so if I was pregnant then now instead of then, I would die, because they wouldn't allow me to go to the hospital or the clinics to get the abortion.
You
And
would have
doctors
to
would
go
be
out of state, and not everybody has that kind of
right.
money.
And then the doctors are afraid to do it because it's not this situation or that situation. So I wouldn't be here if these laws were back then, So that, hits home, because like, how are you gonna, these men who don't be in these situations, tell us what's good for us?
Yeah.
And what was and my favorite thing that they're talking about, I think y'all heard part of it.
Have you heard the remixes?
Yes, I did.
I think it'll make me a TikTok to one of them.
Okay. I did. This is what I'm going to show you.
Okay, good.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening.
See, my dog won't participate. He wouldn't let me eat him.
I did see your post. I saw that.
There have been no credible reports of specific.
So yeah, he wouldn't let me. He wouldn't participate. He said, "You know what?
I love it.
I'm not.
Your dog said, "No, I am not going to be a hot dog."
No, he was not
dog.
going. Yeah, but yeah, I heard the remix. Like my boyfriend Ty, he was in there playing the other day, and I heard I saw one girl's video. So when they was doing that, eating the dogs, eating the cat, eat the cat, eat the cat. So I was doing that. He was like, "Are you doing this here?" And I was like, "Yep, eat the cat." And then he was like. He was like, "Well, that is how you be doing it." And I just looked at him. I was like, "You know what?"
Really? Thanks.
But yeah, and I brought that video up too because the people of Springfield had to do press conferences because so one man had to, do a press conference to let him know that it's not true. And another man did one because they're getting phone calls, death threats, everything of trying to figure out if this is true. And it's getting out of hand.
It is. Like, here's the thing about how I feel about Donald Trump. I feel that Donald Trump is a person who is fed information and just regurgitates it before he checks into it. He gets it from people he trusts, people that he feels like he trusts. Oh, they did this. Got it. I'm gonna say it. And then he sounds goofy. And like, there was a post I saw online of a woman apologizing about saying that they're eating the cats and dogs. But I still need an explanation for a couple of videos that I saw and a couple of photos. There was a man, I should have pulled it up, but there was a man walking from the pond with a geese in his hand, like he took the birds. So they were saying that, and then there was another video which I don't know how recent it was, but they blurred out whatever the animal was, and I forgot what they were like. They were like, I think it was another geese, and they were like, "Bro, like, what are you doing? We don't eat the birds from the pond." So those are the only videos I've seen. They're not pets. That sounds terrible.
So there is this one YouTube video of this woman who had a mental break. Now, I watched this YouTube video before Donald Trump even came on there, like, because I sit home and I've been watching these true crime stuff all day. So anyway, she was having some kind of mental break, and she was sitting outside on the sidewalk, and she was like biting chunks and stuff out of the cat. So the police came and they was like, "Did you eat the cat?" And people,
I saw that partial clip. Like, why did you? I thought honestly, I didn't know if that was real. I didn't know if that video was.
She had some kind of mental break, and because they was like, "Let me see your teeth," and she like,
yeah, they were shining. I thought it was a joke. I thought they were harassing her. So I was like, why are they asking her about?
She had some kind of mental break, and she ended up doing that or something. So yeah,
was that in Springfield too?
No, I forgot where that was at, but they're trying to make that into that. I don't even think it's he trusts someone and he hears the information from them. I just think he makes stuff up just because, like, okay, he said he's not going to debate her anymore because he looked at the polls and the poll says that he won and he's in the lead. So, there's no need to debate her because he already won. What debate was you watching, sir?
Okay, to bring it back to the whole shaking of hand conversation, like I watched another girl's YouTube, and she was talking about how she's more of on the Trump side, but she was saying that the fact that Trump didn't walk over in the middle and Kamala's the one that went over, that shows that Kamala has more dominant energy, and it's showing that he's not having that dominant energy. So the person was saying like they were a little upset that he wasn't showing more dominance in there. And then they were also saying that they were a little upset that, and this is kind of what everybody was saying, Kamala or her team knew what to say to distract him. And so when she says one thing, he was like, actually, I had large
Time out. So first of all, it wasn't that they knew what to do. She answered the questions. She stayed on topic. Yeah. He can't stay on topic. And one thing she said in the beginning is what he was going to do. And that's keep bringing up the border. And it had nothing to do with the question. So I just feel she was better prepared. She did her research. She's
an attorney.
She made sure she knew, of course, what they're going to talk about or whatever. And he wasn't prepared. He didn't want to be there. He felt like he was a bit better than her. And he's also a toddler. He's also a toddler and a rich white kid that's used to getting his way.
Right.
So I just feel like she was better prepared, and he didn't answer no question.
She's a woman, and she's a woman of color, regardless of what nationality or race or whatever her race is. But, she's still a woman of color. I think he feels some type of way that he might lose to a woman of color. I think he feels some type of way.
Even though, she just decided to be black, a few years ago.
Okay.
Wasn't she Indian? Didn't she just decide to be black?
Right. And hear me out, right? Here's this stuff. Like, so some other people were going in on the videos, trying to break down her family thing. So I guess her dad is from Jamaica, but if you look at her birth certificate, he is listed as white, I think, or something. And I'm like, I guess, I don't know, maybe he's like Irish and Jamaican, but on her birth certificate, her dad shows as nationality.
It also depends on like what his parents was, because it's a lot of black people who were passing who
and I think maybe that could have been the case,
because what's on the birth certificate is what it is. Like the parents have to tell, but like it was this one, I forgot who is this famous person. Her mom, I don't know I don't think she's famous, but anyway, her mom ended up always not wanting to tell anything about her dad.
Right.
And so her daughter ended up reaching out to where she was born to get the birth certificate. I think we talked about this before.
Yes.
And she found out that she was it said colored on there. And when she asked her mama about it, she was like, it must be wrong. It must be a typo or whatever. And she was like, no, I have your birth certificate or whatever. And she was like, well, don't you tell nobody about this until I die and all this type of stuff. Like they really didn't want people to know that they were black. They did everything in their power to straightening their hair, and all this stuff to make them look white when I guess
because I also there's this news reporter, her name is Megyn Kelly. She could be a little controversial, but she had an episode on where there was like a few episodes she was doing where people were finding out their heritage and where they were coming from. And so there were families that were there was a black family that found out they were related to a white family, and I want to say they shared the same grandparent. And what it was is that grandparent was coming off as passing, and I think it was a woman. And they even talk about how she would wear gloves to sleep. She would wear gloves outside. She would stay because she didn't want to get darker. She would wear clothes that were kind of long cover her hands, cover her feet, and then make sure her makeup was fair so she wouldn't tan. And they were even saying that she went to sleep with fair makeup on because she knew that her husband, I have to find it for you, her husband was actually racist. So her husband was racist, never knew that she was black or half black. A lot of that was going on back then.
And then it's just like this one, I saw this like one movie or something where they would do stuff like that, and she would have to relax her hair when her husband wasn't there, so because he didn't know she relaxed her hair and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's going down with it, man? It's your boy Big Tone P, Mail Route Entertainment in the building, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go follow me on IG, big_tone_P, and Big Tone P on YouTube. Go like and subscribe to their channel. Shout out to Yoko Camille and Lady Roscoe. Not Your Average Podcast, man. Shout out. Much love, you know what I'm saying? Peace.
I watch this YouTube channel. It's a black gentleman. His name is Ace, and he goes and travels around the world in different countries to find black communities. So he goes to Mexico. He goes to find out where the black people were settled there. He goes to like Brazil, finds out the history there. So this most recent episode he uploaded, he went to Europe and he went over to London to speak to a group of people whose parents moved to London back in like the 1930s and 40s and 50s, because after the World War, London was pretty much crappy. The city was torn down. They said half the population was gone. So they were recruiting people of color from their colonized islands like Jamaica, St. Martin, or all those other islands. And they were telling those people, come to London. It's much better over here. Come help us be doctors, be lawyers, whatever. So a bunch of black people came in influxes. They called them, I think, the wind crust people, the wind trust. I could be getting this all wrong. But anyways, so they came in like hundreds of thousands of people to the UK to help them rebuild, because the Queen said, yes, this is our land, is the Commonwealth. This is the common land. You are our people. You are British citizens. Guess what?
What?
So they have children. Their children. Okay, so these people are like our grandparents' age. So now they have children. The children are anywhere between maybe like 49 to like 60 years old. So there's that range of the first generation born in the UK, but they're from those parents. Okay. So now UK government was like 40 years later, 50 years later, all these people who came over here back in the 1930s and 40s, we can't verify that you're British citizens. So we need to deport you back to your country. These people have been living in the UK. This video is wild. They've been living in the UK almost 40, 50 years. So at this point, the adults who didn't document themselves all the way back then, they're like 80, 90 years old, getting deported to countries they haven't been to in double-digit years. They don't have homes over there. Some of those people died because of the stress of going over there. Some of those people died over in those countries, never making it back home to their people. There are some young people who went to school who can't even make it back. And now London's trying to make it right under like their new, I guess, prime minister lady. They're trying to make it right by giving reparations to people, or cash, whatever they call it. They don't call it reparations, but that's what we call it here. Like give them reparations, and they're trying to help people come back to London to reclaim their status. But yeah, they're telling all these black people, all of a sudden now you're immigrants and you got to leave after being here for 50 years. And some people who were born in London were being deported to countries they've never been to. People who grew up, had children, mind you, like I said, now the first generation is like in their 50s and 60s now. And now they're like, where am I going to go? So it's a constant struggle for people of color, regardless of where you are. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, very. It's, I don't know. I just,
I get it. Luckily I'm knock on wood. I'm very thankful that I have not experienced some seriously serious hard racism. I've experienced like stereotypes, of course. Those little comments like, "Oh, you're black. You're an Oreo," or
right.
"I'm blacker than you." I'm like, no, they'll
I
come up like, "I'm blacker than you."
Yeah, I haven't had any racial experiences. Like we talked about this like before, but it was when I was little. Like I haven't had to experience anything as an adult. Thankful, because as an adult, I don't know what my reaction would be.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. And
I
I know
don't know.
we were talking about Black people passing and everything, and it just made me think about like my ancestry and stuff. And have I showed you my
Your
like I
breakdown?
did one of those ancestry DNA things? Did I show you that?
I did one too.
Let me show you mine real quick.
Let me see yours. Sometimes mine be updating, like the last couple percentages be changing. They be like this, other. They don't know. 1%'s like, I think the 1%'s alien. I think I'm an alien.
You see it? You see it?
Yes. We might be cousins because I'm strong in Nigerian too, and Cameroon and Congo. We might be cousins.
When I first did it, this was like 6%. But yeah, this is all my white side. And then I'm strong. And then right here, England, Northwest Europe, and
the
then
British
my African.
colonies.
Right.
The British colonies.
And then what was, where is it? When it tells you where you're from, your breakdown and everything. Like what I want to do is actually the no, not the traits. I want to do the other one where it shows you
like your health. Is that what you mean?
For your who's related to you?
Yeah.
No. Like the other one, the African one. I want to do that one, but it's like 200.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because Dr. They came on the Breakfast Club and talked about that. Do people reach out to you?
No, I've tried to reach out to some people though. Okay, so while you're looking at that, this is what I was talking about.
Okay, let me see. I have to pull up my screen again. Let me see.
Oh no, you're good.
I got like 5 of them up. Okay, there we go. What's that?
This.
Yeah.
This is the African. Yeah.
And they have to go through your mother's gene. I think that's how they do it. They go through the mother.
They have this one, which is the mother. They have the father. I guess they have a whole packet. But yeah, this one is $300.
Damn. Shit. I did my ancestry on a what do you call that? Like during a holiday, like you know how like they have those deals. So I think I only
that's what I did that one, but see,
$60 or something, or at the time.
So this one is, I guess, the mother and the father, and do you see that price?
Oh my gosh, who's got that kind of money? Like I know people do, but
it doesn't. Only men can take the paternal one anyway, so we would have to. We can only do this one. This is for females, and the other one is for men. But men can also take this one too. Yeah, I do want to do this one though.
Yeah, that'd
because
I found my what you call it. Ours look pretty similar. Ours look really similar.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
I was like,
Okay.
ours look identical. I say identical, but there's a few things different. Hold on, let me. But they look pretty much the same. Share screen. This one. There we go. Is it showing yet? Or no?
No, not yet.
Okay,
It's
there we
coming.
go.
Okay. Yeah.
So just the same, like Nigeria, Cameroon,
Oh
Congo.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty much it like Mali. You had Mali on it too. West
Yeah, you
Europe.
got some Asian in you.
So yeah, supposedly. Yeah, maybe that was gonna be a comment. Maybe that's where my eyes come from.
That's what everybody, my name being Yoko, they was like, are you Japanese for real? Because they tell me my eyes are slanted and I'm like,
My mom asked me, she's like, is she Asian? Because her name is Yoko. I was like, no, I don't think so. When she first asked me, I was like, I don't think so. Like, we didn't talk about Asian roots.
Right, but no.
So I was like, okay. And then that one right there, this one tends to change. Like it said something else. It said at first, see, this is very opposite. At first it said indigenous American, like Native American. And when I traced it, it shows it came from my dad's side. But the reason, like, I don't know, according to ancestry.com, the reason why everything keeps changing is because they're trying to match your genetic code to certain areas. Yeah, because it used to let you kind of switch back and forth, and then it would ask you, did you want to use the updated information?
This is my other one, my first one.
Okay.
You see where French is 6%, and I had Ireland and Scotland on there, some Russian. That Russian's
add
gone.
all them up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're cousins. Cause look at this.
So yeah, and this was the first one.
It didn't even say Nigerian for you at first.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's crazy. From day number 1, it said for me straight Nigerian. It was like Nigerian.
That's why I want to do the other one just to see.
Yeah, because it switched. That's a big switch. That's a big switch to go from Cameroon and Congo, and I know they put Trinidad and Tobago, or I know I said that all wrong, but they put them all in the same category, even though I think there's all different countries. And yeah, it's that, and it went to Nigerian. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird because for me, Nigerian was always prominent. Like I always had, like, it always said like 30% or more Nigerian in me, and then everything else kind of fell. The stuff underneath it fell, but your main one is what changed.
Yeah, so I would want to do the African one so I can know for sure, because
while we walk around here talking about we Nigerian.
Right. And then they used to tell you like the tribes and everything. That's what I was looking for. And like I think mine was like the Zulu tribe or something like that. And that's the ones from Shaka.
Yeah, they asked you.
Yeah, them the mean ones, I think.
Right, the ones who are killing people.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I want to go ahead and get that one. So yeah.
Good, and then we can try some African food. I thought about that the other day. I was like, we should go. Go. I went to an African spot here.
Well, like I've always told Todd that I'm up for trying new foods, and we have been. At first, it started off slow, but now we're getting better with trying different things. So yeah, I'm up for trying anything once. So yeah, we can definitely find a little spot because I want to try fufu. I want to try eating the okra stew and just different things. So yeah,
I heard it's spicy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. We can definitely find a spot in one day, and we can live review it or whatever.
This is random. I was thinking of taking the kids to the Texas Fair in Dallas. I don't know. I was just like, I think I want to take them for a weekend or something.
Okay, that's cool. So I bought a game called Urban Trivia. It's the second edition. I got it off of Amazon. I got it for game night, but I didn't feel like looking up any particular questions. So I decided that I would ask you some random ones from here. Most of them are multiple choice. So I'm just going to randomly pick out cards. So,
How many? Like 10, 12, maybe 12, 12?
I'll even just do 5 today.
Oh, okay. Going easy on me, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking at time, whatever. So,
Honestly, yeah, we did this
Yeah.
pretty good today, like a straight solid. I was thinking to myself, I could just put the intro clips in between
Yeah.
and stuff. This will be easier.
All right. So, first question. I don't even know if you watched this, but it doesn't matter because this is your first question. On the show Power, what does it mean when Tommy says he's going to cancel Christmas for someone? A, he's going to kill them. B, he's going to kidnap them. C, he's going to break their legs. Or D, he's taking back their gifts.
I don't know. Maybe it's the breaking of the legs.
And your answer would be wrong.
Okay, good.
If he's canceling Christmas, he's gonna kill them. They ain't gonna see.
I mean, that's true. You know what I mean? But Tommy's never been my favorite character. Sorry, people. I'm so sorry. Like, he's just so goofy to me.
Okay. Question 2. On Kirk Franklin's Melodies from Heaven, what was the Sopranos part? A, Rain Down on Me. B, Rain. C, let them fall on me. Or D, what's a soprano?
I don't know, but isn't it rain down on me? Rain down on me.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
You have it right. Correct.
I don't know this. I know the song. I just don't know the people's parts. Like, I've never been that good with choir.
All right. Fact or cap? Okay. Sidney Poitier is the first Black person to win an Oscar.
Okay, how old is Sidney though? Like, we have to really think, because I know this person is really old, but I don't want to offend anybody who might be older, who might have played a mammy in something.
And this isn't this isn't part of the question, but if it's false,
who
you think it's somebody else, tell me who. I want to see if you know.
I don't know. I feel like it's false, and I feel like it's somebody who played a mammy, but I cannot think of the woman's name. Wasn't it? Wait, no, it wasn't her, because I was about to say Gone with the Wind, but I could be very wrong. I don't know. Who is it? Am I right? Am I wrong?
It was Hattie McDaniels for Gone with the Wind, and she was also in my favorite movie, which is dang, now I can't think of the name of it. When she played the maid, Imitation of Life. I love that movie.
Yeah. So okay, good. I was like, look, I was like, fuck, I know this is somebody's mammy. Like,
okay, what happens when you put your hand on Freak Nasty's hip? A, I dip. B, you dip. C, we dip. Or D, all of the above.
I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
So what is it? A, B, C, or D?
I guess all of it, because you put your
All right, and the last question.
These are
according to Young Dolph, if a woman likes to argue, where is he sending her? A, law school. B, courtroom. C, to her mom's house. Or D, back to the streets.
This one's a hard one. It sounds like it's either A or the last one. Because if you like to argue, you can be my attorney, but you know what? But some niggas don't like that shit, right? Some niggas are like, you know what? I just want my girl. You know what? I don't want you no more. Go back to the streets. Or some guys like to fight, like Cardi said, because he likes to argue with you because he likes toxic bitches. So we gonna just say A.
And you will be correct. Good job.
Because a nigga is like a toxic bitch.
I send her ass to law school.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, again, I got that game. It's Urban Trivia. It's on Amazon. It was just $20. So if anybody want to get it, it's a fun game. So yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know how well I was gonna do. I was starting to have fun because I was like, ooh.
Yes, we're gonna have to put, like, whenever we do game night. Of course, you're definitely invited. We have to play that. So yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, that's all I got for today. You got anything else?
Honestly, no. We just have our filming that's coming up.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited about that. And also, we're working on other projects too. So definitely check us out. Get us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
TikTok.
TikTok. Honestly, like we kind of need to build up our YouTube, our Instagram and TikTok. Even though we don't have many followers, we get quite a bit of views.
Yeah.
So, if those people can translate over to YouTube algorithm, I would greatly appreciate that.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, just thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all for listening, watching, wherever you are. We'll be working, like we said, this project. If you did tune in to episode 1, you know a little bit about what this project is about. So yeah, it's very close to home. I'm really excited, and we'll be back next week with another episode. Not Your Average Podcast with Yoko Camille
and Lady Roscoe.
See y'all all later.
Bye.
Just get glad that you found it. Tell a friend about it. Know we all about it, so we gon' speak about it. Yoko, Camille, and Lady Roscoe, leave no doubt about it. Scream it out from the mouth. This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the scoop they digging. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. You know what it is. Not your average podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yoko, Camille, Lady Roscoe. Y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying?